So you want to know what movements will help increase your bench outside of bench press?
Outside of the bench press.
And I would say my favorite, well, I think it depends on the person, but if you have like a crappy ratio of overhead strength to flat bench strength, then I think that can really show a weakness, shoulder strength weakness.
Right.
And that needs to be built on. Like if you're one of those guys that bench 350 or whatever, that's a popular number, 350?
Yeah, 350, yeah.
And you can't overhead press 150 standing. Then you have a big problem, and should probably increase that to probably 200 pounds.
And then you probably notice your bench goes up. You think
your bench will go up.
You think they're probably correlated, those two, right?
To a certain point, yeah.
Yeah.
So you heard it from the man himself, Jeremy Hamilton, the second strongest powerlifter next to Dan Green in the 220-pound weight class, and he is featured often on Omar Isof's videos. And he made a great point about getting your shoulder pressing strength up to help your overall pressing strength on the bench. And it's something that I've been trying to apply for the last few months since I saw that video in my new routine. But shamefully, I have to admit, aside from being my naturally weakest lift, now the overhead press is going to be everybody's weakest lift, but pressing in general is just pitifully weak for me from the start. The only reason my bench press is strong right now is simply because I've practiced it aggressively over the years. Repetition is what builds success. Shamefully, I have not put much practice into the overhead press at all. It's an exercise I've barely done in my years of training, and even doing it now, it only gets thrown in at the very end of workouts when I'm pretty fatigued. So I haven't really attacked it aggressively or practiced it much, and that's something I want to make a point to change in my training starting now. So tonight I actually got an opportunity to begin my workout with the overhead press and test out where it is strength-wise while I'm fresh. So tonight the goal was to break 200 pounds. Like Jeremy said, your overhead press should be around 200 pounds if you're benching around 350. Now those were just very loose, top of his head numbers. Those were not set percentages that you need to go by, but it's a good ballpark of where you should be at. As of now, you saw in that video clip earlier, I have done sets of 3 with 185, but it was with bodybuilder form, you know, not going all the way down to my chest, no pause or reset in the bottom. Obviously, now that I'm powerlifting, strength is the focus, so I'll let the bar rest on my chest, I'll take a deep breath in, and I reset in between every single rep. So all the way down, full pause, full reset. 205 was the goal tonight. This is an all-time PR. I have never attempted any weight heavier than 185, but I knew I had 205 in me. So I lined up for it, got underneath it, and I could tell mentally I wasn't right. I was a little shaky. I let my nerves get the better of me and I intimidated myself, and I didn't get it. But I knew it was just my nerves, so I didn't get discouraged. I just switched the song on my iPhone, reset, went back at it, and boom, got it aggressively. There you see my butt flex as I inhale to get some nice torque, but I'm not jumping up and down at all. Next time I do this, I'll get a cameraman to get a full body shot for you guys. Here's an attempt at 210 pounds. I mean, some might say this was nerves too because of how easily I continued to go back and do 205 after this. But I'll tell you, it felt like it was just too damn heavy to lift up. So I'm calling it 205 is my current max. Now the reason for me testing my max is simply so I can actually accurately recalculate my percentages for training. I like training with 80% of my max on shoulder pressing during my regular days. So now I can actually recalculate that. And it's good that I did because it ended up being about 10 pounds heavier than the weight I was actually using that I thought was 80%. So as you see here, I just did a few more singles with 205 just to really get used to feeling that weight. And then I tried doing a little burnout set of 185, which really wasn't the smartest idea and kind of pointless to try to even attempt. But I just wanted to do it for fun, and I was pretty fatigued at this point, so I just kind of gassed out on it. But there you go, guys, 205. It's pitiful, but it is real. Now it's time to progress. So guys, I have a video on how to do the standing overhead press, and it's linked right there in the corner, so you can go ahead and click that. And that actually breaks down how to do the exercise, from squeezing the glutes, how far apart your legs should be, etc. But the only way to really perfect your form, even once you've learned the techniques on paper, is to film yourself. Watch yourself do it. Like watching this footage here, I was able to take mental notes on exactly what I can correct to improve my technique. For example, pushing my head through sooner into the lift. That'll put the bar in the center of gravity sooner, thus giving me a stronger lockout. Little details like that. So check that video out, go ahead and click on it. Also check out Omar Esof's channel, linked in the info box below if you're not already subscribed to him. He has a lot of great information that he's putting out in videos 24/7. And lastly, thank you to Ocean State Health and Fitness, a badass gym in East Greenwich, Rhode Island. It's only $9.99 a month. They cater to powerlifting, strongman, bodybuilding. They're very supportive of me and my powerlifting goals, and they let me film. Ocean State! Hi, I'm Nick Wright. Are you tired of missing videos from your favorite YouTube channel? Are you perhaps unaware that locations I'm going to appear at are posted on my Instagram, as well as inspirational photos on the daily? Well, now you can keep up with all of my video uploads and all of my Instagram uploads by simply following my Twitter. Because I just realized I don't ever use Twitter to actually tweet. So instead of getting a bunch of annoying tweets spamming up your timeline, all you're going to get is every single YouTube video I upload automatically shared to my Twitter, and every single Instagram post I upload automatically shared to my Twitter. So now, instead of having to jump on both social media networks and search in your subscription box and all that to find what video you might have missed throughout the week, you can just go to my Twitter page and you will see every single video and Instagram post in order. And if you happen to notice one that you didn't see, just click it and catch up. It's that cool. Hey! And if I do actually get on there to tweet, it's probably going to be something worth reading because I don't get on there and tweet much. So, fun fact, guys, you follow me on Twitter, it's like your big melting pot of my social media networks that I actually care about. YouTube and Instagram, the only two I actually put any effort to. So, it's in the info box below. Nick Wright NWB is my Twitter and my Instagram, so follow both of them if you care to. But again, that Twitter is a really good way to schedule and balance out your favorite content from me. Christian Guzman approves. Public service announcement over.